All right, everybody. It's been a week tomorrow morning, so it's late out. It's late Friday night, about 10:30. Dark out, as you can see. We're going to rack this Mac and Jack Amber clone tonight because I don't want to do it in the daylight, and I have to do it soon, or tonight or tomorrow, before I put the other beer in there, because there's just not enough room for two primaries. So we are going to wash a secondary better bottle. Let's get over here and take a look at it. One of these little 5-gallon boys here. We're going to wash one of those in PBW, sanitize it, sanitize the racking cane, rack that over. We'll get the racking on the video. And we're also going to dry hop with ½ ounce of Cascades tonight as well. So I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, just figured I'd show you a little bit. What I do is I clean that better bottle with PBW and I rack it into the bucket, and that helps me clean the inside of the tubing there. And then I'll put that racking cane in and coil up the tubes inside the bucket with the PBW solution. That'll wash it. That white bucket over there is going to be the rinsing bucket, just clean water. And then I'll make up a solution with Star Sand for it too. While I have the beer out here ready, letting some of the yeast settle out. It sucks, it's so dark you can't really tell. It looks so dark on the camera, but that is a beautiful amber color. Inside the freezer, of course, it still smelled like a little bit of CO2 in there, but you're really picking up those Cascade hops. So that's going to be nice to have those in there. We're going to measure out that ½ ounce, throw it in there, and this is going to be a really good beer. Now we're going to rack it. We're going to try to make this as quick as possible. We leave some of the foam in from the Star Sand. Stick this bad boy down in there. There we go. There we go. That is a pretty looking amber beer. This takes us a few minutes. You want it to fill from the bottom versus letting it splash in. As it's been said before, oxygen for wort is good. Oxygen for beer is bad. I have never tasted an oxygenated beer, but I hear it tastes very, very much like cardboard. You want to hold this racking cane up a little bit. If you take it all the way down to the bottom where the tube is, you're going to get a lot of that crap in there. And the purpose of secondary, well, I do a secondary because I don't have room in there for two primaries, but generally the purpose for a secondary is to get it off that yeast cake, let it get into a different vessel, so that way it can finish out secondary fermentation and try to help clear the beer up a little bit. However, I've got a couple beers with chill haze, so well, we did get some oxygen in there. You can see it bubbling in the tube. It's not going to kill the beer, I don't think, that little bit of oxygen. Something you got to remember is that we take this pretty seriously. Something that my LHBS guy said that I think is very true is that when you're on the internet talking about beer, you're pretty much a beer nerd, and you're going to take things to the extreme. You see how this foam is coming out of here? I'm not concerned at all about that. If anything, it's going to give me a little surfactant right there for right now, because I left the bung over there and the airlock. So this is going to give us a chance to get over there and get it and make sure we're not going to get any nasties, no pun intended, no nasties in the beer while we're away getting that stuff together. Nice. This is the fullest I've ever had one of these things, so I feel like I got a pretty good yield out of this batch. There we go. Once it starts getting bubbly like that, we just take her out. I'm going to move this off to the side. We're not going to need this until tomorrow because we're brewing the Hefeweizen tomorrow. So all I'm going to do is take this over to the side. Just kind of put it down somewhere. In the meantime, we're going to wash it. Okay, this stuff was in a bucket of Star Sand solution over there too. Stick the bung in. Yeah. Get that little bad boy together. Stick it down in there. Then we're going to put some liquor in there in a little bit. So I'll see you in a minute. We're actually going to take that back out to dry hop, but I'll see you in a minute when we get ready to do that. Alright, what I did was I measured out a ½ ounce of this. They're still over there. I'm going to put the hops directly from the pouch into the beer, and then we're going to pour those hops back into here. That's not going to have any adverse effect on those hops because next time we use them, I'm just going to boil the crap out of them. So, take these and we're going to put these right into the beer. We're not going to worry about hop sacks or none of that. Listening to Tasty McDole on the Brewing Network, he says that this is what he's going to start doing in brewing season 2009. I've been taking a hydrometer reading here, but this time I'm not going to. I'm not going to mess with it for several days. So all the hops are kind of stuck right there in that Star Sand. This is the first time I've dry hopped in one of these things, so that's no problem. This Star Sand solution is going to fall down back into the wort and provide a little bit of yeast nutrient for the remaining yeast that are in suspension inside that beer. So that is 1 week later. We're dry hopped. We're racked to a secondary. I'm going to put, actually we'll do this now. We're going to put a little bit of this booze in here. I like to put the booze in instead of water because this alcohol is already sterile. I mean, ain't nothing going to bother that alcohol whatsoever. So, and we will see you next week when we get ready to rack this into the keg.